everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is Plant Update Tuesdays and I do have some very exciting updates. So let's get into the plants. First is this sick orchid that we have been watching for the past few weeks. But I have a surprising surprise. See right here, there's a leaf growing, which means that me watering it every morning is working. Because it's growing a new leaf, which makes me very happy. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my spray bottle that has distilled water in it. I just bought like a regular jug at the grocery store. It was like 88 cents. It was awesome. And I'm just going to spray the roots like I do every morning. And when you spray the roots, you can see them turn back to a bright green color if they're not damaged like mine. So the experiment failed. There was no roots coming up, but I'm trying to save my mother's Christmas cactus. She has two in the kitchen, but they're obviously dying. So I'm going to try to take care of this one. And they usually bloom between, they stay bloomed between Thanksgiving to New Year's is what I've read. So what you're supposed to do with these, you're supposed to just touch the top of the soil and see if it's moist. If not, it means it needs to be watered. So I'm just going to set this bad boy right here and I'm just going to give it some water. Luckily, it doesn't need like a certain kind of water. So I'm just going to take bottled water I keep right here for Koji's sake. And I'm just going to pour just a little bit on both sides just to make sure it's covered completely. And what I did on the bottom is I poked a hole, as you can see it's draining out. I poked a hole in each of those because I've read that they don't like to sit in water, so that's what I did. So next is my other sick orchid. There's really no updates except that the bottom leaves are turning yellow, which kind of scares me. I found a new method that's supposed to help your orchids grow roots and leaves. I asked a couple people who have done this some questions about it because I just want to do it to these two orchids because they're on root rot right now. And I'm going to see what I'm supposed to do if I want to do this, which I do. Because I just want to get it back to growing roots. I'm just going to take this bad boy out. As you can see, the leaves are very yellow. You're not supposed to take them off. If they come off easily, if you pull them, that's fine. But if not, don't do that because it can give it disease. See, I have a root growing right here, and I have some growing. Did I show you guys? Back here. But what I'll probably have to do, because these are obviously dead roots. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to cut the dead roots off. Like if you've seen in my previous videos, I showed you how to sterilize your sears wherever they run off to. Here they are. So what you need is just some rubbing alcohol or a flame. But if you see my previous video, I do both. So I'm just going to get like a little cup. So I just got this little cup right here, just that little guy, and we're just going to pour just a little bit of rubbing alcohol, just enough for the shears here. So not too much, because you can just pour it over the sink if you want to. What I do is I just put it in here, I tip it, and I make sure I get the best part of the shears covered. I'm trying to think where the spider is. When I got up this morning, my mother changed a lot of things, so I don't know where anything is right now. So I'm trying to find the lighter. It's fun when your mother moves things around on you. So I have no idea where it is. Because what I usually do, I did in this and then I put a flame to it just for safe measure. And I'm so trying to find that lighter. Oh my goodness. Since I can't find it, because I don't see it anywhere. So I'm just going to go with the rubbing alcohol. They say you can do either. You don't have to do both, but you can do either. So we're just going to hope with this. So what I do is I'm just going to cut the dead roots off. So I'm going to turn the camera to my garbage can, and you're just going to watch me do this. And if I find a lighter between now and then, I'll light the sears. There we go. Did I leave the lighter in the kitchen? I don't know. But I'm looking for it, just in case. Yeah, here they are. Found the lighter. So I'm going to put the plant back in its little tray here, and I'm just gonna flame these bad boys. So I just do it for maybe 3 seconds on each. Right there. Just enough to go up and down at least once. Very slowly. Go down and back up top. You do that because you don't want your orchid to get diseases, which can happen if you don't have them in either of those. If you just put them in rubbing alcohol, or you put a flame, or you're like me, you do both. So what you do is you feel the roots, and if they feel mushy, they're dead. These are definitely dead because they're like so, they're squished so much. So you just cut as far back as you possibly can, like that, and then you just feel around other roots and see how far to cut them back. Some fall easy, some are a little difficult, and that one just fell off. I didn't even have to cut that one. So just keep cutting every root. You want to do them one by one, so you make sure you get them all. It's a little time consuming, but it's totally worth it to have it grow back. So we're going to cut that one too. Just cut it till it comes off. I'm trying to cut it, but this one seems to be a little difficult. So I'm trying to cut it back as far as possible. Sometimes I'll flip the shears to see if that helps. I didn't help. So I'm just going to go to some others since that one's being so really difficult. And just cut them off as far as back as I possibly can. I always lean over the garbage can because sometimes they want to fly over. Like, you're very angry with this one. I know you're dead, so you need to come off. So I'm trying to see what the issue can be here. See, these in the back I'm not going to cut because they're really thick and they're a little bit green, so I'm not going to cut those off. I just got to get this one to come off. And I do have an aerial root here. And some people say go to the other shears, but then I would have to put on rubbing alcohol and flame them too. So I'm not going to do that. So I have one good aerial root. It's right here beside the leaf. It's right there. It's pretty thick and it's like a silvery color. So I don't know what to do right now, but as soon as I get some answers, it's some people are saying you put the orchid in water and let it sit all day. I guess I don't know if it's all day or if it's 24 hours. I don't know. And it's supposed to help grow a root system and some new leaves. And I just want to try it on my sick orchids because there's like very little root system right now. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to wait and see what answers I get on that. And hopefully by next week, that's what I'll be doing. Because I have the time, because you're supposed to change the water every day, and I have the time to do that. So I'm going to go back over here. That's as far as I can get. Okay. So next is my healthy orchid. I have my orchid right now. This root didn't want to go back in, so I'm not going to make it go back in. The root system looks very good still. I bet if I go to the store, theirs should be still dead. Because last week, we went to the store, see mine's healthy, theirs was already dying. So, that tells you they weren't taking special care of the orchids. They were probably watering it with ice, which you're not supposed to do. They probably weren't giving it enough air. And the flowers were stacked very close together, like that. Hang on, I'm trying to show you guys. Like that close together when they were trying to sell them. It's not good. So I'm going to try and take this guy out of his little pot here, which can be a challenge sometimes. Sometimes if they have lots of big root systems, it's kind of hard to take them out. There we go. So I'm going to zip the dish back up. And we're just going to look, as you can see, the root system is still a pretty green color, which is good. You want it to be like a bright green. This leaf is starting to fall down, which worries me some. But the other leaves are still good, as long as the root system is still, I don't know what that is. Might be a leaf. But as long as the root system, see if the leaf falls off just like that without any pulling on your part, it's ready to come off. So don't try to cut the leaves off before they're ready. If they just come off with very little effort, they're ready to go. Because you don't want your orchid to have disease after that. So if the root system is a bright green, you don't need to water it that day. Only time you need to water it is if they turn a silvery color. But my plan is, after these flowers fall off, which they're starting to do, that's what it is anyway. But once they start falling off on their own, I always let them fall off on their own. Yeah, it takes a longer time, but I know that it will close this part where the flower came out, and it'll be safe from infections. So that's what I do. I let them fall off on their own, so I know there's no chance of disease or anything like that. And then my plan is to repot it, because obviously, I don't know what the hell they put in there. It's like dirt and bark chips. I just use plain bark chips. That's what I've been using, and my orchids have been doing great so far, so I'm going to keep using bark chips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repot it. I'm going to put holes in this little container, because I'll show you on my other container that I have holes in them. So like this one, there's actual holes. You're supposed to have holes in your container because it's supposed to help them breathe better. There's a lot of controversy with the orchids sitting in water all the time. But I was told Phalaenopsis orchid are a very adjustable plant, which is good on my pricks. That's all I got. I just got Phalaenopsis orchids. So if the only thing I have to worry about is just cleaning out the dish every day, I can do that. I just want it to be able to have a new root system, because that has one aerial root and that one has one aerial root. So I just wanted to get them a new root system, and then I'll place them back in the bark chips and let them grow and do what I was doing before, which is checking them every day and checking them to be watered, and that's it. I haven't fertilized my new orchid yet, because since some of the flowers are starting to fall off, I'm not going to be too worried about that. I'll probably wait till after again, but I don't know. We're going to see. So that's all I got for you guys today. I have a new leaf growing on that orchid, which is one of my sick ones. It was the first one I got, and I'm very excited that it's got a new leaf. It's telling me it still wants to live. That's very exciting for me. If it didn't want to live, all the leaves would be gone the roots would be gone. And that's when you know, give up. Because if you don't have any leaves and you don't have any roots, it's pretty much dead. I'm sure there's videos you can find how to save it if it has no roots or no leaves, but what I've seen is that there's no helping it if it has no roots, it has no leaves. I don't see anything helping it at that point. So in the next few weeks we'll watch the Christmas cactus, and it's supposed to start blooming on around Thanksgiving. It's supposed to start blooming between October to Thanksgiving time period. I've heard people say you're supposed to leave it in the darkness for 12 hours, which is half the day, and I don't understand that part. I don't understand that at all. Because it's a cactus. Why would it need to be in 12 hours of darkness for a cactus? Don't know. This orchid, I'm hoping by next week I'll have it in some kind of water system and I can show you guys what I do with it. But this orchid I'm not too worried about because it still has some good roots, it has some good leaves, and it's still showing signs of life in the flowers. So that's awesome. So that's going to be it for today's guys. I'll see you guys next week for another Plant Update Tuesday. My email is, all my social media links, and my blog links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.